Don't mind the mess. I've got a lot to do. This is a minis espresso martini kit that my friend gifted me. Thank you. All right, these are gonna be the glasses. It's funny, they're like real because like the breakable, unless it's actually glass. It can't possibly be glass, right? There's two of them. Okay, anyway, I kind of knew that I was intuitive after I went to Alcatraz, which was I think around 2017 because it was when I came to California and the same friend that gave me this, all full circle, came with me to Alcatraz. And like, mind you, there was nothing leading up to this experience, marbly, that would have prepared me for this. Coffee beans, oh my God, powdered creamer. So this is a real surprise. And a little spoon. Oh, they're coasters. My cat is screaming in the background. Please ignore that. And then of course the espresso martini. Yeah, so I came from New York to California in 2017. It was a road trip, stopped in a lot of different places. It was quite fun. We kind of took like the southern route, went to Virginia Beach. We went to South Carolina. And we went to Nashville, Memphis, Texas, all of the different drinks. 5 minutes. It's gonna take me an hour. All right. Alcatraz is a kind of like a tourist, I guess, attraction. Obviously, it's not working anymore, but it is respectfully a little bit dilapidated. Yeah, I was down to go. There was nothing weird setting me up. Oh yeah. Oh, the air bubbles. I remember the air bubbles, but I've never done drugs before. Is this not supposed to look like foam? Going around. Okay. But as I was going through, I started to feel like really ill, dizzy. I was nauseated. If there was like something in the air, right? Like if you can imagine in like a TV or a movie, something like that, like where people just slowly start to get sick from their environment, that's kind of what it felt like. I think I should put 3 on. You can't even pick them up. So, okay, that just fell in there in the worst place possible. Plop. I don't know if at that moment I realized something was like weird or wrong, but like to be honest, I kind of just assumed that it was because there was like, asbestos. I don't know, just like bad airflow or something like that. It was just like this like awakening where I looked around and no one else was feeling this way. I first understood that it was environmental, and then after looking at everybody else, I understood that it had to be something different. Like it had to be something paranormal or supernatural. And that seems like kind of illogical to be the next step, but I guess maybe just like part of me knew. Something that I noted in particular was this like one wing, which was kind of in the back. And this is where the like worst, so to speak, criminals were, like the notorious ones, the ones who did like horrible things. That area in particular felt particularly heavy because I remember also going into the cafeteria area and being like, oh, there's like a sense of like levity. And I guess maybe in some way, shape, or form, I was picking up on some clues like yeah, that would make sense that it's like lighter to be in a cafeteria because that's probably where people were a little bit more lighthearted. And then I will say that as I went through the different cells, like there were some that impacted me more than others. But the struggle was I couldn't really tell, like I couldn't figure out any other information. Like it's not that like I was able to discern, oh, this one feels really bad because like X, Y, and Z about this person. It was all just kind of like overwhelming. Oh my God, it's going everywhere. Weird. Like I wish there was like a white like cream instead of the sugar. And I think after I left, I didn't think too much about it because I was like, okay, maybe I'm just like energetically sensitive. Like, because like I said, I wasn't really intellectualizing a lot. It's not that I was like, oh my God, I'm psychic. I was just like, okay, my intuition is opening up. I'm just like, I'm energetically sensitive. The amount of coffee beans in here is wild. Wow, basically perfectly in the center. Now, here's where things get interesting. So I go to work. This is the chaotic one. I remember exactly where I was. I was literally like at the printer. And as I was standing there, this like sensation and this feeling and also a knowing came over me that like I just tapped into the energy or the spirits of the people that were in that back row with the notorious like criminals. Something along the lines of the fact that like hate is not because like people want to be hateful. Like the people that were in this row, of cells, like they never really received love, like ever in their entire life. That is just a humongous snowball effect where you just close yourself off. You no longer become open to it. and then that's it. Which is also really interesting because it's not even like these people, like, did these criminal acts in order to survive, which, like, maybe that was a part of it, I'm not saying it's not. And I know that sounds, like, so almost, like, trite and cliche, but it was the truth. It's literally, like, I wouldn't have thought that up, like, that was just the answer and the response that I was given. I think we overanalyze and intellectualize, like, why people do bad things, and what if it literally is just all the same reason, a metaphysical reason of not, receiving any type of love, like, whatsoever. People, I think, do talk about how, like, haunted places kickstart their psychic abilities, and, like, I do wonder if that was the case for me, but it just makes you think, "This doesn't look good." This one looks a little bit no, it doesn't look more normal. I think this was a little bit of a fail. Alcatraz was enlightening. I guess to wrap this up, I have to put them on their coasters on this very dirty board. I think that's all I have to say about Alcatraz and me.